Ashley here with HeartHookHome.com, and today we are going to learn how to make a wine glass lanyard. Super cute, super easy, very quick to make, and it doesn't take very much yarn at all. We'll do the entire tutorial for this pattern because there's a certain row that's kind of tricky, so we'll make sure that we're all on the same page before we finish off. First, we're going to get a bulky weight yarn. If you don't have bulky weight, you could use 2 strands of regular worsted weight yarn as well. To start this pattern, we are going to make a slip knot. And now we're going to insert our hook, K hook with bulky weight yarn. K is a 6.5 millimeter hook. Let's do a chain 18 per the pattern. 1, 2, so now we've got a chain of 18. And we're going to take that, and without turning, I find it better to hold both hands with the palms up. We'll turn this and we're going to join with a slip stitch. So grab both sides of that V of the first, and then we're going to join that with a slip stitch all the way through. Boom, gotcha. So now this is a circle. This will be big enough for the bottom of the wine glass to fit through when we push it, but it won't be too big to where the whole wine glass will just fall out the bottom. Okay, now we're ready to start row 2. We're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip 2 chains. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to go into the third. Right here. We're going to single crochet into both sides of that stitch. Single crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet into the third, chain 4, skip 2, single crochet into the third. 4, skip 2, 4. Now we're going to skip 2, 1, 2. We're going to go into this one right here. Now we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to join to this stitch right here. So we're going to, after we do that last chain, we're going to join with a slip stitch. And now we've got this flower looking thing with like 4 petals or 6 petals on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yay! So now we're ready to start round 3. So now what we're going to do, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this next first petal, we'll just call it a flower petal, in this first one here, we are going to single crochet around that whole space, chain 3, and single crochet again. Okay, now we're going to chain 3, and we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet again into the same flower petal, since we're calling it that. Now we're going to chain 3. We get to the next, so we're going to single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. We're going to do this all the way around. Single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Okay, now we're going to chain 3. Now we're going to single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Okay, now we've gotten back to the end. The tail right here is where we started in the beginning. So now what we're going to do, we've created the base of the wine glass, and the reason that we did it this way is because we wanted to have a lot of increases right here so that the wine glasses don't just come a little bit out and straight up, they kind of balloon. So we needed this to balloon as well. So now we've got our base. So now all we're going to do for the rest of the entire pattern until we get to the height needed is we're going to work in a spiral so you never join. We're going to chain 3, single crochet around that next space, chain 3, single crochet around that next space, chain 3, single crochet around that chain space, and you do this, I think I did 8 rows on mine. It really also depends on how big your wine glasses are. I like to have really big red wine glasses, so mine to be a little bit taller. If you have just regular smaller white wine glasses, then you could use those, I mean, obviously as well. Just don't do as high if your glasses are smaller. That's all we're doing for the rest of the pattern is chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. And for a while it looks like it's just getting bigger, but it's really not. It's getting taller. And we'll be able to see this after about, 4 or 5 rows. So just keep on doing your chain 3 single crochet, always around that chain space. And after a while it'll start to get that nice basket look that your wine glass will just sit right in. These are great gag gifts for Christmas, because honestly for wine tastings these are great. For just hanging out at home I wouldn't use one, but for, you know, for Christmas gifts for your friend or your family member that's just constantly drinking wine or that just loves their good wine, this would just be a fantastic gift idea, I think. And they're so fast and they're so easy, and they really only take about 35 yards of bulky weight, which means that you can get about 3 of them per regular skein of bulky weight yarn. And when I say bulky weight, I'm saying size 5. When you look at the yarn label, it'll have a little yarn bundle there, and we're looking for size 5 bulky weight. Isn't this so much easier than it looks? And see how it's starting to get that basket effect instead of just being some funky flower looking shape? It's actually starting to look like a basket, so that's awesome. Means we're getting close. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so it's starting to get that basket look. See how this is the completed one that I've already got? It's starting to get that basket look the same way. So we will just continue on going up. This is a different yarn, so it holds a little differently. But let's continue for a little bit longer. It's not quite tall enough yet. Okay, we might check it here against our wine glass. Now remember I said when you hold that wine glass, you're just gonna insert it like this and it'll come around here, and then you're just gonna hold this up like that. And it's got your wine without spilling. Yay! So we are almost done already. How awesome is that? All right. I'm going to do a few more rows. I think I did 9 total, I think. I don't quite remember, but I think it was 9 rows, which is hard to tell once you get to this part how many you're doing, and honestly it doesn't matter. As long as it's tall enough, just keep going until it's tall enough. Oops, nope, that's right. Okay, so here's our little wine glass basket. Looking pretty good, pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and stop here and we'll do the strap. Now for the strap, I really just do a chain. Since this is bulky weight, it's going to be fine. We just do a chain. If you wanted to, I do have instructions on the blog post on hearthookhome.com for the wine glass lanyard, how to make this a sturdier chain, but it doesn't, you don't really need to. This will suffice just fine. Now I do advise, if the person that you're giving to is not very busty, then it can be a little bit shorter. If the person has a larger bust, it's better for this to hang below so that it doesn't bounce and bounce and bounce against you as you walk. So keep that in mind. I do, for myself, since I'm a little on the busty side, I do 100 chains. I think that's about 100. So now what we do is we take, go ahead and fasten off on your other side where you did your chain, right? And then we're going to go ahead and pull that tail through and pull it tight so that it doesn't go anywhere. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make sure, I'll flip this to the right side. Okay, so now, doesn't that mesh look nice? Looks just like this one, yay! This one's a little bit larger, that's okay. We will take this chain and we're going to make sure that it doesn't turn, so make sure it's not all twisting up on us. We're going to pull it so that we're making sure it's straight. We're going to lay this down to where this is in the middle. We're going to find that side on the other side, feed that through, and then you're going to use your yarn needle. Either you could use a smaller crochet hook or a yarn needle to pull this tail. I like to pull this through the center of this stitch, if that makes sense. I don't have my yarn needle with me, but we'll pull this through the center of that stitch, and then we pull it tight, wrap it around there one more time through that opening in the mesh, and then we just take this and we go on the inside with our yarn needle and we just weave these ends in real well to make sure that this will not come undone. And that is how you make the wine glass lanyard. Yay! I hope you all enjoy. Have fun at your wine tasting.